The planet Illara gleamed beneath the twin suns, its blue jungle stretching as far as the eye could see. Jak Kepler, a human diplomat from Earth, had no idea how he ended up in this situation. As the stars went, Earth was relatively new to intergalactic politics. But thanks to a series of unexpected events, here he was, representing humanity to the matriarchal tribes of Aelara, a society where tradition ran deep and visitors were rare. Jak stood nervously before the Council of Women, towering Aelarian warriors adorned in woven armor of shimmering plants. Their leader, Chief Matriarch Kepler, an imposing figure at over 7 feet tall, addressed him with a wide grin that showed sharp white teeth. "We welcome you, Jak of Earth," Kepler said, her voice commanding but laced with amusement. "You have traveled far to be here, and as is our custom, it is the role of the guest to delight all the women of the tribe. Are you prepared to honor this tradition?" Jak swallowed, beads of sweat forming on his forehead. He had heard about the ceremonial customs of Aelara, but no one had mentioned this particular delight the women part. His translator device buzzed in his ear, confirming he had understood the matriarch correctly. The diplomatic manual was no help either. It said nothing about rituals of this nature. Could you elaborate on what that involves?" Jak asked cautiously. He had no intentions of causing a diplomatic incident, but wanted to know what he was getting into. Kepler's laughter echoed through the chamber, and the other women joined in. It wasn't mocking, but it didn't ease his nerves either. "Ah, Jak of Earth," Kepler said, her emerald eyes gleaming with mischief. "To delight our women means you must engage us in a series of challenges. It is tradition for the guests to show their wit, strength, and spirit in these trials. A test of mind and body. Do not worry, you are not the first to be uneasy. But we Aelarians appreciate courage, and you will find the rewards worthwhile." The gathered women whispered among themselves, sizing Jak up. Some looked intrigued, while others wore expressions of playful skepticism. He was, after all, smaller than most of them by Aelarian standards. Jak released a breath he didn't realize he was holding. "Okay, I think I understand. So, what are these trials?" Kepler motioned to the group of women. "First, you will face the trial of strength." A large Aelarian warrior named Vera stepped forward, her muscles rippling beneath her armor. She pointed to a massive stone slab near the edge of the council chamber. "Move that," she said simply. Jak blinked. The slab looked like it weighed several tons. "With my bare hands?" he asked incredulously. Vera's smile was all the answer he needed. Jak scratched his head. There was no way a human could physically compete with the Aelarians in raw strength. But then again, brute force wasn't humanity's only weapon. "I've got a better idea," he said, grinning. Pulling out his portable gravlifter device, Jak activated it and slipped the harness over his shoulders. He aimed the device at the stone slab, and with a soft hum, the massive rock floated a few inches off the ground. Vera raised an eyebrow. The council murmured in surprise. Jak smirked and began to guide the floating stone around the room, causing gasps from the crowd. After completing a circle around the chamber, he carefully set it down and turned to Vera with a bow. "I may not be the strongest," he said, "but humans have ways of getting things done." The Aelarian women burst into applause, clapping their hands in approval. Kepler nodded approvingly. "Cleverness is as valuable as strength," she said. "You have passed the first trial." Next came the trial of wit, where Jak was pitted against the tribe's best strategist in a game of mental tactics. It was a chess-like game involving holographic pieces that represented armies and resources. Jak was no grandmaster, but he quickly caught on to the rules, using his outsider's perspective to think of unorthodox strategies. By the end of the match, his opponent conceded with a respectful nod. Finally came the trial of spirit. Jak was led to a large arena where the Aelarian women performed an intense combat dance, a dazzling, acrobatic display of martial prowess, rhythm, and coordination. Jak had to join in and match their pace, keeping up with the complex routines. Though he stumbled at first, his adaptability and sheer determination shone through, and by the end of the performance, he was in sync with the warriors, earning roars of approval from the audience. As the final drum beats faded, Jak collapsed to the ground, breathless but exhilarated. Kepler approached him, offering a hand to help him up. "You have done well, Jak of Earth. You have honored our customs and delighted the women of the tribe with your courage and ingenuity." Jak grinned, wiping sweat from his brow. "I'm glad I could live up to the challenge." Kepler leaned in closer, her voice softening. "And as is our custom, a guest who pleases the tribe is always welcome to return whenever they wish." The other women smiled at him, some nodding in agreement. Jak, standing amid a tribe of fierce, powerful warriors, felt both humbled and proud. "Well," he said with a playful glint in his eye, "I'll definitely have to come back. You've set the bar pretty high for hospitality." As the stars began to twinkle above Ilara's sky, Jak knew that his journey was far from over. Earth's reputation among the stars had just gotten a little more interesting.